You're watching black and white sports on YouTube, where the gloves come off and the sports takes get real. And folks, today, we got another absolutely wild one. People have been tagging me non-stop in this clip. My notifications have been blowing up all morning. Everybody's saying, yo, have you seen this dude Tyrone talking about Caitlin Clark? And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, what now? So I finally watched it. And wow. This man really got on a microphone and compared Caitlin Clark to Jeremy Lin. Not joking. Not satire. Not parody. Dead serious. Now at first, you'd probably assume this was coming from some angry Angel Reese stan account or some random troll on social media. Nope. This was actually said on the Craig Carton show by some fill-in host named Tyrone. And look, I actually watch Craig Carton clips every now and then. Craig can be entertaining. But whoever this Tyrone dude is, somebody needs to keep him far away from basketball discussions forever. Because this might honestly be one of the dumbest sports takes I've heard in years. And remember, we live in a world where Skip Bayless exists. This dude really looked at Caitlin Clark, the biggest women's basketball star we've ever seen, and said her entire rise is basically Linsanity. Jeremy Lin. A 6-week hot streak with the Knicks. That's what he compared her to. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark came into the WNBA carrying more hype than any women's athlete ever. She shattered NCAA scoring records, changed women's basketball ratings overnight, sold out arenas across the country, won Rookie of the Year, and nearly stole the MVP conversation during that insane second-half run after the Olympic break. And somehow this guy decided all of that equals Jeremy Lin. Why? Because she attended a Morgan Wallen concert. I swear I'm not making this up. Apparently Caitlin Clark showing up at a Morgan Wallen concert now means she's going to fumble her opportunity and disappear from relevance. What kind of logic is that? And by the way, we already went through this ridiculous controversy over the weekend where people online were trying to label Caitlin Clark racist simply because she was at that concert. Half the Fever roster was there too, by the way. Morgan Wallen brings athletes out on stage everywhere he goes. Patrick Mahomes has done it. Marshawn Lynch has done it. Myles Garrett has done it. Funny how nobody had a problem then. But suddenly Caitlin Clark does it and now we're supposed to believe her career is collapsing. Come on, man. Then Tyrone doubled down and said Caitlin Clark isn't the best player in the WNBA, not the best guard, and not even the best guard from her own draft class because Paige Bueckers exists. Except Paige Bueckers wasn't even in Caitlin Clark's draft class. She came out a year later. So right there you already know this dude didn't even do basic homework before opening his mouth on air. Then he says, we're not going to look back at Caitlin Clark like Michael Jordan. We're going to look back at her like Jeremy Lin. Brother, what are we doing? Caitlin Clark already accomplished more for the WNBA than Jeremy Lin ever accomplished for the NBA. And that's not even disrespect toward Jeremy Lin, because Jeremy had a solid career after that Knicks run. But let's be real here. Jeremy Lin never transformed the economics of the league. Caitlin Clark did. The TV ratings exploded because of her. Ticket prices exploded because of her. Charter flights happened because of her. Players' salaries are increasing because of the money she brought into the league. The WNBA's entire visibility changed because of Caitlin Clark. And then this dude starts rambling about her complaining to referees too much. Oh, so now talking to refs means she's Jeremy Lin. Michael Jordan talked to refs. LeBron talks to refs. Every superstar in basketball talks to refs. That's suddenly the argument now. The craziest part is this dude sounded personally offended that people actually like Caitlin Clark. He literally said she had the world by the balls and had everybody tuning into women's basketball, including people who normally don't even watch the sport. Yeah. Exactly. That's why she's the face of the league. You accidentally made the argument for her while trying to insult her. And the internet absolutely cooked this take afterward. People were calling it rage bait immediately. Because honestly, that's exactly what it felt like. One person pointed out Caitlin Clark already has records Jeremy Lin never touched. Another said she literally helped push the league into a new financial era. Others were asking the obvious question. Would you even be talking about the WNBA right now without Caitlin Clark? And we all know the answer to that. No chance. That's why these hot takes keep happening. Because mentioning Caitlin Clark generates attention instantly. People know her name brings clicks. But eventually some of these takes become so ridiculous that you just sit there staring at the screen wondering how anybody thought this sounded intelligent. Because this one was insane. Absolutely insane. And look, again, no disrespect to Jeremy Lin. That Knicks run was fun. It was exciting. He earned himself a real NBA career from it. But Caitlin Clark is already operating on a completely different level culturally, financially, and historically. It's not even comparable. The only person who fumbled anything here was Tyrone. Better call Tyrone, just not for basketball analysis. Peace. I'm out. Catch you guys next time. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tune back into Black and White Sports.